Number 20. The image below shows a newly discovered solar system. So in this image here, you can't see the size of the star or planet C, but I did show you in class, so we were able to put it on your test. So planet C is exactly the same as A and B, and the star is much larger. So it says, based on the orbits of the objects, which object is affected the least by the gravitation of its star? So we have to remember exactly here what causes a gravitational pull. So let's write that down. Gravitational pull is caused by two things. What's the first one we talked about? Great job, mass. So the more mass you have, the more gravitational pull you have. What's that second one? Great job, distance. So in this case, it's not the more distance, the more pull. It's the less distance there is between objects, the more pull. So the closer, pretty much what we're saying here is the closer the two objects are, the more gravitational pull they have towards each other. So in this case, let's look at our planet. If A, B, and C are all the same, literally identical, that means that their mass is equal. So the mass of star A compared to the mass of planet A compared to the mass of the star, they have the same gravitational pull. The mass of planet B compared to the mass of the star, same thing, it's still the same as A and the star, because B and A have the same mass. So when you go to planet C, which also has the same mass as A and B, when you compare that mass to the star's mass, same gravitational pull. So here the mass is not going to determine which one is affected the most or the least by the gravitation of the star. So we go to distance. Less distance equals more pull. So the closer two objects are, the more gravitational pull they have towards each other. So the farther apart they are, okay, so farther equals less pull. So in this case, which one has the most gravitational pull? Let's look at that, most. Great job. Letter A would have the most because it's closest. There's less distance between that and the star. So which one has the least gravitational pull? Great job. The least gravitational pull would be planet C because it's farther apart. There's more distance between C and the star, leaving B right in the middle. So if we go back to our question, which object is affected the least by the gravitation of its star? Which one is affected the least? Great job. Letter H, object C, or in this case planet C, is affected the least by the gravitation of its star. Let's go to number 21. Number 21. Which pair best matches this pair of phrases? So we have class of students to a school campus. So class of students. How would you think of a class of students? What makes up a class of students? Okay, some of you are thinking, boys, girls, yeah, all that. But what are you all considered? If you look literally at just boys and girls and stuff like that, what are you all called? Are you all plants? What are you? Great job. You're all humans. So if all of you are humans, are you the same species? Yeah, you're the same species. So you're a group of the same identical species. So what would you be in this case? Great job. You would be a population. And then when we go to the school campus, what makes up the school campus? Okay, the classes. What else? Teachers, building, the grass outside, all that stuff, right? So in this case, the class of students, that would be biotic. Teachers, biotic. The building, abiotic. The grass, biotic. Are the students and the teachers that are biotic, are they interacting with the building in any way? Yeah, you're using the building. You're using the tables, which are also abiotic. You're interacting. So in this case, what would the school campus be? Great job. It would be an ecosystem. So in this case, if you have a population to an ecosystem, which one is the correct answer? Great job. In this case, letter A is the same answer. Now, I know a common misconception here would be letter B, biotic and abiotic. And yeah, class of students would still be biotic, but when you go to the school campus, remember you have a variety of factors. If we were talking just about the building itself, then yeah, that would be abiotic and B would definitely be your answer. But the school campus talks about biotic and abiotic things all interacting and working together. So in that case, letter A is the correct answer. And let's go to the last one. Number 22. Which statement below refers only to biotic components in an ecosystem? So what are biotic components? What does bio mean? Great, it means life. So biotic are all your living things. So what's the opposite of biotic? Great job. Abiotic. So again, what does biotic mean? Life, good. And the prefix A? Great job, no. So no life, so non-living things. So in this case, we're looking for the ones that refer only to biotic components. So we're looking at things that only talk about life, only the living things. So let's look at letter F. Evaporation, transpiration, and precipitation are complex processes that cycle water between the atmosphere and the Earth's surface. All right, so you have water. What is water, bio or abio? Great job. Water is abiotic. It's non-living. What about the atmosphere with all the gases? Are your gases alive? No, they're also abio. And then the surface, if you're talking about just the crust itself, like just the dirt, that would be abio. If you talk about the surface, including grass and all that other stuff, then you would have a mixture of bio and abio. But in this case, we're looking at just biotic things. So in this case, because we have some abiotic things, F cannot be our answer. Let's go to G. Photosynthesis and respiration are not considered atmospheric processes. Photosynthesis is the process that plants go through when they capture radiant energy from the sun and use that energy to convert the water and the carbon dioxide in their leaves and stuff into the glucose they use for their food, which is a type of sugar, and also to produce O2, oxygen, for us to breathe. So photosynthesis is not alive, it's a process. So because of that, photosynthesis is abiotic. G, not the answer. We're looking for only biotic, only living things. Let's look at H. Vegetation is an indicator of several environmental factors, including precipitation, temperature, soil, geology, and wind. So vegetation again, what was vegetation? Great, it's like plants. So is vegetation alive? Is it bio or abiotic? Great job. This is the first one we have. We have biotic things. But then this answer choice also talks about precipitation, which is when rain falls, or snow, or sleet, or hail, or any of that. So in this case, that made of water, that's abiotic. Temperature, temperature's not alive, so again, abiotic. Soil, abiotic. Geology, so the study of the environment and stuff like that, and rocks and whatnot, abio. Wind, very important, but it's abiotic too. So in this case, you have one biotic, and then you have 5 abiotic things. But we're looking again for only biotic. So H can't be the answer, and we go to letter J. In Yellowstone Park, shrubs have expanded their range into large areas formerly populated by short grasses due to overgrazing and trampling by livestock. So shrubs. Shrubs are types of plants. So those are biotic. Grass, good, also alive, biotic. Livestock, such as cattle, cows and stuff, also alive, so also biotic. So this is the only one that has only biotic components, leaving letter J as our correct answer. So let's look now. Oh, actually, that was the last one. So thank you for watching, guys.